again, everybody. Barry Hyatt here in Scottsville at the University of Kentucky Extension Office with my good friend Janet Johnson. Janet, tell you what, we had a Facebook promotion recently.
Yes,
we provided our Facebook viewers 3 options of recipes that they would like to vote on for us to actually show on television. And for December, they have selected...
Well, a repeat of a delicious apple cranberry Waldorf salad with a little Christmas variation that we're going to add this time, Barry. So we hope that people like this one too.
So make it a little different this time.
Just a little, just a little.
Well, it looks fantastic already because I love fresh fruit. So, I mean, I think everyone will really like this a lot, I would think.
Oh, it's wonderful. And of course, this is one of the favorite recipes that we promote in the fall of the year because it uses different varieties of fresh apples.
Okay.
And we encourage people, when you have any recipe that calls for apples, to really look at different varieties depending on how you're going to use those. Now, obviously, some varieties of apples do well for cooking. We know that. A Granny Smith is one good example, a very tart, acidic apple that's wonderful to hold its shape in a pie, etc. We're even going to take the Granny Smith to a second level and put it in the salad today.
Good deal.
However, maybe you enjoy Red Delicious. Today, Barry, I'm using a Braeburn apple. I love the flesh. It's very tight. It's very kind of tart sweet. Not as sweet as a Gala, but a little more tart, but it's really good. So try some different types of apples. Maybe you like a Pink Lady, maybe you like a Fuji.
That's I like Macintosh myself.
Macintosh are good. That's a good cooking apple too to actually use. So know what varieties work best with what recipes so you won't be disappointed. But so we're encouraging you to look at some different favorites for this recipe and mix up a nice red-green apple. A Yellow Delicious apple that sometimes looks green, Barry, you know, is also a great apple to do too. And the nice thing about this salad today is if you'll keep a 1-cup portion in mind, you can mix up all these different fruits that we're going to show today, mix up some fresh with some dried fruit options, and also with the Waldorf name attached to this salad, that means it's going to have a little celery in it too.
Okay.
And I love celery with fruit salads. For instance, for Thanksgiving, I do a variation of fresh cranberries that are chopped with fresh celery, with crushed pineapple, with some raspberry jello to mold it, but it's heavy on crushed fruit there that you can see. And celery, though, is a mix, and it just adds a nice combination taste when you're doing fruit salad to kind of mix it up a little bit.
Okay, very good.
So all we do, and as we said, this is a hearty cup, and you know, if you've got a big apple, you'll get a little more. If you've got a little apple, you'll get a little less. So I tend to take a big apple.
Right.
And that may give you more than 1 cup, but just keep that proportion in mind.
Sure.
And you may find, Barry, that I cut these up earlier during the day, put them in a reclosable bag, and I did a mixture using some pineapple juice with some lemon juice and water to keep it from turning brown. And any kind of apple, you're going to have to think about that. So either do it at the last minute. I think it actually keeps your fruit salad from turning brown longer even after you add some of the other ingredients. So I would urge you to do that. And then we can add another color, Barry, either the Yellow Delicious, or we're going to add a Granny Smith, and that is about a cup, a give or take cup, like that too. And we're just going to keep going because, again, a couple of stalks of celery will give you about a cup of diced celery. Now, I like to cut this a little finer than I do the other fruits. So we're going to add that, and that is what you traditionally use with an apple Waldorf salad. It has celery and apples there. A traditional Waldorf salad will also use raisins, but we're going to be using dried cranberries.
Which I love,
Oh, we love them, and this is a 5-ounce package, which is about a cup, you know, to use too. Now, to add even more great flavor, we're doing the same thing with grapes. We're adding the red and green grapes, about a cup, again, of each one. And I love grapes and fruit salad. You just cannot beat that.
And you have to get them seedless pretty much, I would think.
You pretty much need to get them seedless. If you want to spend a little time, you can not, you know, use seedless, but I always get the seedless myself. Now, for a little Christmas flavor, we've never done this before with this salad, but I purchased a fresh pineapple because there's such great buys this time of year, and actually cut out a great deal of great pineapples. So I urge you to spend that much extra and just a sharp knife to be able to cut that pineapple. Maybe we'll show you how to do that sometime, but today what we've done is just take some fresh pineapple chunks out of that pineapple, about a cup, as you can see. That adds color, and it certainly adds some great flavor. Now, We're also adding a few nuts to this. Now you can toast the nuts if you want to bring out the sharp flavor or not. So we're going to add about a half to a cup of pecans or walnuts.
Right.
Your choice.
Okay.
With what you like. That's the fruit salad. So all we're really doing is combining these beautiful fruits, and they're
Very easy.
gorgeous. Oh,
Yeah.
it's super easy. You know, the only time it takes with this is to cut your fruits, and if you buy the smaller grapes, you don't have to cut those. Now, the grapes that I purchased from our own local food line today were larger, so I did cut them in half.
Right.
But that doesn't take very much time.
No.
There too. But that's just a gorgeous salad to
That's
get us
awesome.
started.
Yeah.
Now the dressing. A lot of people have their own thing that they like to use. This traditional recipe that we've shared before uses a very simple yogurt recipe along with a little honey from Tennessee or Kentucky. You know, our bees kind of cross borders, Barry.
They do, don't they?
They can go to clover fields and all kinds of tulip poplars in both Tennessee and Kentucky. So we'll just call it Kentucky, Tennessee honey,
There
you know,
you go.
like that. But a good local honey will have the flavor of the pollen that the bee gets. Just keep that in mind. So understand, white clover is a very popular honey for our bees,
Right.
obviously. So this calls for a cup of dressing. Now, you can back that off a little if you don't want such a dressing, because the moisture from the fruit will kind of thin this down. So if you don't want as much, you can back it off. I'm putting about a cup, and then I'm adding a couple of tablespoons of the honey that we said before to sweeten.
Right.
Now, the yogurt that I actually selected is a non-fat yogurt, but it's also a sugar-free yogurt because we're getting sugar. Honey is sugar. Yes, it is. So we're backing off the amount of sugar in this dressing by using a sugar-free yogurt
Right.
and using the honey. So we're kind of cutting back a little bit there, but this makes a nice, easy dressing that you can see. Your traditional Waldorf salad would have used mayo or
Okay.
mayonnaise,
Okay.
which gives it a very tart, kind of savory taste.
I think I would prefer this.
This is
Yeah.
I think it's great. I mean, this
Yeah.
is a vanilla yogurt. If you wanted to vary, again, the flavors, I even thought about doing a coconut yogurt
Yes,
that I
sure.
saw.
Oh, yeah.
That was sugar-free, and I actually love that yogurt. It's a Greek yogurt that I eat. It's a
Yes.
coconut flavor, and I eat it with fruit all the time. But I think
Sure.
that would be a lovely yogurt to use in
agree.
this dressing.
I agree, yeah.
So think about variations and use your favorite thing. Now, you could use this dressing as is, or we're going to sprinkle just a little bit of cinnamon, not much, not much. In fact, I better not take that lid off. I'm just going to do a little
Just a little,
bit.
okay.
And, you know, I like to back off of this because I'm adding, again, the pineapple, and it's not just all the apples that we think about the fall. So I'm kind of, you know, cutting back just a little, and we just stir that together, and it's really, really good. And then we're going to add that over the fruit, and you can see that this makes the cup, a substantial amount of fruit salad for a large family gathering. Maybe it's your church potluck that you're going to, for your Christmas programs, all of those particular events that are so popular this time of year. And then all we do, Barry, is stir, and this very popular recipe that people have voted for, I think they're really going to enjoy it with the fresh pineapple addition. It is a great favorite and a great go-to recipe
Oh, yes.
for spring, summer, fall, or winter, basically. But we hope that you enjoy those apples, and the cranberries, of course, make it super, super festive.
Oh, most certainly.
Absolutely.
And, you know, we do want to thank the people for voting because, I mean, you know,
Oh,
obviously they didn't
absolutely.
have to, but I mean, it was just kind of something we thought we'd try
Sure.
and get people more involved with the recipe segment. And
Sure.
so there you go.
And we might
And,
offer this at other times of the year and let you select your favorite seasonal recipe
Sure.
from some we offer, and then we'll
Maybe,
demonstrate that.
maybe once every 3 months or something, possibly.
sure.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
thanks so much, Janet. And hey, if you
Thank
guys
you.
want this recipe, it's oh so easy to get. You can email me at North Central. My email address is barry.hyatt@nctc.com, or simply just go to our website. It'll be on there. It's www.nctc.com. Of course, Janet, we are showing this Christmas week, the recipe this
Yes,
segment.
so perfect time
And
to do this for your Christmas dinners.
Yes. Is Santa Claus coming to you? Have you been
I
a good girl
hope
this
so.
year?
I hope I've been good enough this year to deserve a great visit. Looking forward to that.
Well, we hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Thank you too, Barry,
you
as
so much.
always, and to all of our viewers.
Most certainly. Hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas and also a very happy new year as well. Take care and have a great rest of your day.